through time and I fly. We're all on a ship that flies and flies and flies and flies.
Welcome to a very special episode of Trip Through Time. I'm Benny Badu, and just interesting day. We're here in Vegas. We just got in. This is my guy Keith that I'm here with, one of my best friends. And when it comes to PL, me and him have shared a lot of shit, but we're just gonna kind of quickly go into talking about night one and everything like that. So we got night one here.
Signature in Vegas.
Yup.
Pretty Lights night one. Ancient Futures.
Ancient Future, 3033. Very excited. We got the Analog Future horns coming here. When I first started getting into this, it was 4 shows before Analog Future started going. And, we saw a lot of that, and that we definitely missed it. So it's super cool to see this coming back. So, yeah. Keith, overall, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? And just for tonight in terms of the horns, and then anything that you're hoping to hear.
Well, it's been a while since we've had those horns and, the Analog Future jams, but there's a lot of unreleased stuff out there.
Yeah.
Which is going to be amazing, and I hope they do dive deep into that tonight. So, maybe some of that Majestic Break, Finer Jam.
Yeah.
Things like that. Athena, Witness. I think 2 guarantees tonight are going to be So Bright and Color of My Soul.
Okay, so we were on the plane. And he turns to me and he's like, "What do you think they're opening up with?" And I'm saying Color of My Soul. He thinks So Bright.
With it.
I just think, bum 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 wow 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 bum 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 bum, and opening up just a nice color map opening track of that album. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm sticking with. So. Yeah, the theme is this ancient future metallic thing. I don't know. We didn't know what to do. We got some sleeveless
metallic vest,
sleeveless metallic vest hoodies that we're gonna be rocking.
And for futuristic sunglasses.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone's dressing up like. This whole fucking, we live in San Diego. Pretty Lights never comes down there, at least since we've been living out there. This is just, exciting that this is the closest they've ever been since we've been living out there. I mean, we went to San Francisco together. We went to Red Rocks. I just went to Tahoe, and now here. So, yeah, pumped. And the themes, again, it'll be interesting to see. But, yeah, I just want to go into some of the requests I put in. Before I do that, you got any other than those? I know you got the Analog Future jams, which I'm going to touch on some of that. Any other songs you're hoping to hear busted out?
Well, I think we can get some Krasnov tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so. If anything, I think tomorrow will be a night for special guests. I think tonight is probably just them. But
Well, I'm really hoping to hear Some Days Every Day.
Yeah.
Maybe Let the World Hurry By. 2 of them, I don't think they're happening tonight. It doesn't really go along with the theme or what's going on here. But Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah.
They have not been playing that. I think they did it once in Dylan last tour.
Yeah.
Closer, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah. No, it was fire, and that was one that was probably 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely high on my list. I don't think it's happening, but it's a wish list.
I think it could. I mean, it's like that kind of futuristic. But you know what I was also thinking? Tomorrow, and we'll get there later, but the rave thing, I was, or the 90s thing, because I couldn't think of much stuff, but I did go to the Space Jam album soundtrack. The Seal version of Fly Like an Eagle, pretty nice, and maybe they do that.
You're right, yeah.
Who knows?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. 100%. They've been sampling that Space Jam and Road to the Stars and things like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
I'm going to go into my request that I did submit. So, first off, Digital as Fuck. I've been wanting this one for a while. I think they debuted this at, I think Derek did a solo, but at Hangout in fucking Gulf Shores, Alabama. And I don't know if they've ever done it ever after. I don't even know if Digital as Fuck is even the real name, but it's kind of like that. I don't know.
We know it is.
Yeah, I mean, and it's on SoundCloud, but it even has, like, when it drops, it's got this little, like, doo doo, and it's this like little laser shooting sound thing. So I don't know. I think tonight could be definitely the futuristic outer spacey sounds. So that's one for sure. And then Athena, like Keith said, very dope analog future jam. I mean, incredible song. Definitely. I mean, I just thinking that the horns are going to be back. I'm feeling those. Then I got "Give Your Love Away," but that was the Red Rocks
recap.
Red Rocks preview or whatever you call it, promo video that they did for Red Rocks 14, or recap video, whatever. Very dope song. And then I got "Witness Break," Analog Future Band again. That's where Derek said the San Francisco pay-per-view Analog Future tour. He's like, it's like we looking back and taking it forward at the same time, man. Analog Future, that's where we at. Very dope track. And then I got the Laser Box, which was a jam from Telluride that leaded into Exodus. And it had that Drake sample that was like, one thing about music, when it hits you, feel no pain. And just dope horns. So.
Radio Swords?
I did not put that one in. No.
What about Baroque
aspect? No, I didn't put that one in.
It's horn heavy.
Yeah, I don't know. These are ones that stuck out to me. I know you get unlimited PLs. You only get like 5 non-PLs. Next, I got "Don't Take My Sunshine," which is one of my favorite songs. I just think there's a horn sample in there that would go really well. I mean, I put that on every show because I want it. And then into non-PLs, I got "Conversation Part 1," Mac Miller. Very dope fucking rhymes. Multiple entendres going on. I mean, in terms of that swimming album, one of my favorite tracks. I mean, if not one of my favorite Mac Miller tracks. And then I got Pink Floyd, Pigs, 3 different ones on the Animals album. Very like, I think they used some synth, outer spacey, very cool, like, futuristic sound and shit. And then Estimated Profit by the Grateful Dead. Just one of my favorite Dead songs. I don't know. I thought maybe that would coincide. Probably won't. And that's all I got for night one. So, yeah.
Well, with the heavy news of Phil Lesh tonight.
Oh, shit. Yeah. All right.
Dead?
Oh, my God. Actually, that might. Okay. Yeah. Literally on the way, before we took off, Phil Lesh, bass player of the Grateful Dead, passed away. Rest in peace. The shit that the Grateful Dead has done, they started not only this genre, which, I mean, I think Pretty Lights kind of has a lot of similarities if you really think about it. I mean, obviously not as big as the Dead were and stuff like that, but, the Dead pioneered this new genre of jam, and then they started the first, I think, big fan bases, like cult followings, and then playing different stuff every time to where fans are recording it, and then like playing longer sets and multiple nights and festivals, and just like they were starting the festivals. I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, they were the ones who did like staying for multiple days, shit like that. And then, after Jerry died, that was like the '90s jam band emergence scene, from Fish to Dave Matthews Band to widespread, all these people coming up. So fucking respect to Phil Lesh.
Definitely some pioneers.
Again, maybe today has something to do with that. But yeah, I don't know. So that Estimated Profit song, I just think there's just some really cool, dope, trippy lyrics. And it's like rainbows end down that highway where ocean breezes blow. My time coming. Voices say, they tell me where to go. Beyond that, very pumped to be here with my guy. We go back to the beginning, and honestly, I think we share a lot of experiences, and it's just it's nice to be here with one of my best friends. It'll be definitely an experience and a fucking great fucking time.
Right, I wouldn't be here without your help, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for giving me these tickets for my birthday. Fucking nice surprise.
Oh yeah. This guy, as much as he wants to do shit, he's more logical and responsible.
I'm frugal.
Yeah, for sure, but
Wedding coming up,
Yeah,
gotta keep that in consideration.
for
But
sure.
yeah, appreciate you getting me the 2-day
Oh yeah.
ticket.
So yeah, I had
Thank
2
you.
tickets, and he was like, nope. And I'm like, dude, I got you. And then his fiance hits me up, and she's like, do you still have that ticket? So we ended up surprising him. It was awesome. But we are pumped for tonight. This is gonna be one for the books. It's gonna be one for the books. So I'm happy to fucking be here and do this shit here live, and try and get the content going more. So yeah,
This is a big show for Pretty Lights and the band in general. Big
For sure.
venue in Vegas.
yeah,
Halloween weekend. These
and
themes. bringing the horns back, and who knows what else is in
The
store.
EP drop, possibly the album, so there's a lot going on. It's cool to be right in the mix of everything. And yeah, it's nice to do this here with my guy, and I'm just super excited and ready to get out there. Half a day to 14, 16 hours until we be here, but it'll just be a snap of the fingers for you. So until then, this will be a trip through time.
Always is.
Yep. All right. Excited. Gonna be fucking dope. And we will catch y'all later. All right. Welcome to another episode of Trip Through Time. As time goes by, these memories never die. We're coming here from Vegas. Today is
from Vegas.
Yep. Last night was night one. Lots to dive into there. Going to the shows again tonight. Crazy trip through time. Just talking about this guy and being here. The last time we were here in Vegas together was June of 2020. I had just moved to San Diego. My first time coming to Vegas. We come together for his now fiance's birthday, and my wife, the four of us came here, and we stayed in the MGM Signature, which is where we're at now. And just to think how much life has changed since then. But I just want to formally introduce Keith, one of my best friends, one of my groomsmen. Welcome. Appreciate having you on.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. So take it away, your Pretty Lights journey, how it started, your first show, current show counts.
First things first. Thank God you found a platform to broadcast on, because I can't take those Snapchat rants anymore.
Yeah, this guy, I just go on Snap, but I just kind of can, I just
Podcast.
Yeah, literally. Podcasting off the staff, but everyone's like, dude, chill the fuck out. Yeah, good. I got somewhere else to do it.
So yeah, my was first introduced to the electronic dance music scene in like 2010. Old friend of ours, Joe Alpers, he showed me the song "Stroke" by Deadmau5. Masterpiece, by the way.
Fire.
So yeah, I started listening to Deadmau5 a little bit, and then going through that discography led into the Pretty Lights, and started listening to some of that. And went to my first show at the Rave in Milwaukee, 2010.
Yeah.
DJ set, no
Yeah.
drummer, nothing. I just remember walking in that place and seeing this massive dude on stage going, is this dude like 7 feet tall, or is that just like a tiny DJ booth up there? And you know how Derek danced all crazy and shit.
Yeah.
He's getting down the whole entire time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first experience with Pretty Lights.
Right on. So then, so your first show, and then how many shows you have now after last night?
Last night would be 28.
28.
29 tonight.
All right. Just, I guess, some of your favorite songs, what vibes stick out to you? I mean, some of my favorite shit, but
Well, my favorite songs are constantly changing, of course. Especially with the new live versions
Yeah.
of things, it keeps it fresh always. But two that are always stuck on me are Understand Me Now and So Much in the Dark.
Yeah. From there, I just want to, tell my story of how I met this guy, how we became friends. Went to the same high school, but Keith was a year younger than me, and somehow he found his way in my group of friends. So we were all seniors, and this guy's a junior when we all started kicking it.
You just left me in high school by myself.
Yeah, but I didn't go to college, so I stuck around, and then we said we were kicking it still after that. But funny story of this guy. This guy used to work at a pizza spot, and we would kick it in the back and smoke weed in the back of the pizza spot.
Too often.
Dude, and then he'd be like, you want a pizza? We would just kick it at his work. Crazy shit. Yeah. Weird, like, we got this one younger guy in our whole crew. Everyone goes away to college. I'm sticking around my suburban hometown, and he's still around. And then, we're starting to hang out a lot more. We start getting into, I start doing, like, I was rapping, and I started doing it over Pretty Lights. Keith had already been getting into that, and they were going to shows. And I remember I wanted to go see him. It's like, I was listening to Pretty Lights 2 to 3 years before I even seen him. And I remember you were talking about going to the rave and stuff like that, and I was like, I can't, because I know if I go, I'm going to get addicted, which I was right.
You were immediately.
Yeah, but I didn't see him until 2012 at summer camp, and then, so that was the Illumination tour, I believe. Keith, myself, and his now fiance, the three of us drive down to Georgia in my Mercury Grand Marquis, and we got our other friends, a 99 Mercury Grand Marquis, and then rear-wheel drive, fucking V8. And we drive down, and then we got two other friends in, stacked lineup.
Never see that lineup.
Yeah. I know we talked about it before, but to have these headliners like Bass Hunter, Skrillex, Avicii, Pretty Lights, Steve Angelo, and then you had big gigantic on there, Michael Matter, Supervision. It was crazy.
Hiring that talent would cost more than the entire festival
nuts. So we go down there, and like, dude, this is so funny. For whatever reason, we're like Dude, we smoked so much fucking weed back then that we couldn't go through a drive without burning. We thought it would be smart, like, oh, we don't want to drive through Indiana. Instead of taking, like, probably would have been safer and quicker to go down 290, like the interstate. We decided to drive through Illinois in the middle of the night. We left at like 12 at night or like whatever to drive. We drove all the way to Georgia, and then we're driving down like these 50 mile an hour and going through these small towns. You got to go slow down. It was so sketchy.
20
like,
miles an hour.
I don't know why we did that, dude. It's just, we were just young.
Didn't know what to do at the time.
Yeah. So whatever. We get there, and this was like my second time going to Fest. Summer camp was kind of, I didn't know what I was expecting, but this was kind of like what I was looking for. And this is like, it was just nuts and crazy to be there. And like, that's kind of what got me like, oh, bam, I'm about to like the scene. I wouldn't say necessarily like pretty, I was still like into Pretty Lights, but just that's like where I was like, oh, I want to go to all these like different like EDM shows now.
That was your, second show?
That was my second show, yeah. That's where he started kind of debuting some of the Color Map stuff. I think they played like So Bright. And
I distinctly remember Color of My Soul.
Yeah, so the album didn't come out for another year, but then I go see him down at Illinois State in Bloomington, and I see E-Force, and then the live band starts, so come on. That was just an awesome experience. Like, I mean, that was his 21st birthday.
Yeah, my third PL show.
Yeah,
and that's the one that hooked me. I just felt like I was meant to be there at that time.
For sure. Yeah, it was wild, and I mean, crazy thing. 2012. Talk about a trip through time. Here we are, still seeing Pretty Lights together. And like again, as far as like I've got a lot of friends and like really big PL fans, but like I feel like me and Keith, I just think we're like the way we talk about it, we're just like so like I don't know, dialed in.
Deeper.
Yeah, we dive deep, and I feel like we share a deep connection. I mean, even last night we were just like the shit we were saying. So it's just crazy. Like from there, basically we got high school days. Then in between then, and like they used to. Him and his girl had like lived at their mom's old house, and so they threw parties all the time. So partying there, then going to these shows.
Bangers.
Yeah, forever. We called it bittersweet bangers. And then just weirdly enough, his job transfers him out to San Diego. While my girlfriend at the time, I was only dating, my wife now, but we were only dating for a handful of months. She decides to move to San Diego within 2 weeks of them moving there. Then 9 months later, I find myself living in San Diego. So again, this trip through time as friends, like we share all these things, and then like living in this new city together has just like deepened our bond, you know what I mean? And
I never guessed we'd be living in California.
Yeah, and here we are over 4 years later now. I mean, I got engaged out there and got married. You set up at my wedding. You saw me propose. I see you propose. I'm standing up for you. I got married in Mexico. You're about to get married in Mexico. It's crazy to like look at our friendship and not only like sharing this music and all these life experiences. I really can't say there's anyone I share these many like things with. So that's like what friendship and all like obviously these cool things you share together, but it's cool that this music like really it tightens for sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously we have a lot of other things going on, but
it's not like we wouldn't have been good friends, but Pretty Lights definitely strengthened
for
that
sure.
brought us together and shared all those experiences for 12 plus years, several states.
Yeah, several states. I mean, now I'm at 12 now after technically Tahoe and here.
You got a state list count too?
12, yeah. It was 11 for a while, but like Tahoe's like state line, but it's still Nevada, but now officially Nevada's 12. So. Yeah. Running it back to like when I think of, I was talking about this last night, and our friend Angelica was asking like how you rate these concerts and shows. Last night was definitely one of my favorites because just kind of the nostalgic feeling is when I first came on, it was like the really hard, like what sucked me in when I was chasing hard was like the Analog Future and the horns, is the fact that they came back. When I think about some of these favorite shows, there's a lot of things. It's not only just like the set, it's the vibes, the energy, it's the people you're with. I just really think, I talked about it before, but kind of when you're like with a smaller group, you're more connected with the people you're around. Because like I'm about to go and think like breakdown when I'm talking about like shows that I think about with Keith. Sure, we were at shows in Chicago, but there may have been 1 million people there, so I don't necessarily like think of like specific people in those sense. But like when I run it back, when I think about Red Rocks 24, when I think about San Francisco Warfield 23, when I think about Counterpoint and all these, I'll go on, but these are like these connections and stuff, and those kind of set the bar up. Just running it back, just thinking, obviously we talk about Counterpoint, then let's go. Analog Future 3-night run.
In a wheelchair.
Dude, so this guy
couldn't miss it.
Dude, this guy had knee surgery, all right? So we had at the Aragon Ballroom, it's like a castle courtyard thing. I mean, they got like the sky, like the ceiling looks like stars in the sky or whatever, and there's like these two upstairs, there's these two like balcony type, like circled out, like almost like a fucking, what do you call that? Like a
lookout.
Yeah, but like a kind of like a Rapunzel type castle thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Exactly so like night one, we're on the far right, and so we got, because he's in a wheelchair, we got our little crew his perfect view And I mean, just like that was amazing, you know, just like fucking can't forget those moments. And it's just like we had a perfect spot. I mean, I'm smoking bees up there. Like, I feel like the fucking king of the world.
Not to mention the cold weather in Chicago in November.
Yeah.
We just got to go right in front.
Yeah, that was nice.
Escorted right to that section. Security pretty much took care of us. Made
Right
sure
on.
no one was bothering us
Yeah,
that whole
oh,
night.
it's great. So then night 2, opposite side. And it's great. I remember bumping into my now wife. I just remember seeing her all over the times. I remember night 2, I bumped into her outside. And like, I always think like it's crazy that like, if you had told me like, hey, you're going to marry that girl. Crazy. But yeah, so then night 3, Concord, you know, an unforgettable, crazy weekend. And, you know, always, obviously, even though we had a big crew, given my guy was over here in a wheelchair, and like the spots that we had was just fucking awesome. So
I wasn't fresh off surgery. I was on crutches for 5 or 6 weeks.
yeah.
So then I was like, I couldn't wait for a while.
Yeah. And you on a show.
But yeah, no, that's when I started walking slowly, but I couldn't go to a show and stand on my feet for that long.
No.
So we're walking out of Concord. It's me, Trisha, and I think Carol. And then I'm in the wheelchair, obviously. People are getting in their cars. They're looking at me, hopping out of the wheelchair, getting in the driver's seat, and driving them home. Okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah, it was
hilarious. Okay, going down the list. Then we got Red Rocks 14.
That's my most memorable show.
And again, even though it was a big crew, I just know that for one thing, let me tell you, night 1. So they did 3 sets. The night 1 was Derek's solo, wrong platform, and like they do that hip hop drop, and the whole crowd in unison goes, "Oh!" And it was just like boom, 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 yo, and like just that stands out to me. And then again, like you say, his favorite songs, "Understand Me Now," "So Much in the Dark," and I think they went "So Much in the Dark" and then "Understand Me Now" to close out night 1.
I left that show in tears.
One thing I love about people who are really passionate about this, like when shit like that happens and they give you like their fucking energy, it's again, I can't
magical.
Yeah, I can't like not think of you in that moment. And then the next night, just, I mean, so many deep cuts, and Krasno up there, Jamzo, dude, very special night.
Yeah, it was like the evolution of Pretty Lights. You know, Deitch came out at one point, full band.
Majestic breaks. What an incredible time. Okay, so yeah, San Francisco, Warfield, 23, man. He only went to nights 1 and 2, but yo.
First show's back.
And, you know, we live in San Diego. We go up there. And again, you know, like I said, small group, intimate, and just some standout moments. I know that the How We Do was like so slow and broken down.
Yeah. Pieces.
Tore to pieces. I was like, oh, I'm waiting for them to do it. But then like we listened back and it was
They dropped it and Keep On Bouncing.
Yeah.
And they finally like dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So, and then, you know, the more important Michael Jordan closing out with Piano Man.
Yeah, more important than Michael Jordan. That was a masterpiece.
Yeah, and
several renditions on all these tours.
Then night 2, The Girls Don't Come. Me, you are up there. Somehow worked our way into the balcony area. You know, from we were upper GA, and then we're on this part. So to me, that show really stood out for many reasons. Just me, him, and then our buddy Nick somehow made it a little late to the show, but kind of the three of us just vibing, connecting. Some of my favorite, like, Pretty Lights type shit, dark hip hop. You know, I really like that dark, like, I don't know, like,
So Bright.
So yeah, I don't think they played so, but you know that type.
It was
on that
level.
Yeah, that type of shit. I mean, you know, they did the hot like rocks, and the
Grateful Dead.
Yeah. They dropped the Althea thing. That was like super fucking dope. And then the Dark Star and the Lost Sailor, Solar Sailor crossover, dude. I mean, yeah, that's like one of my Go to Heaven album by the Grateful Dead. They did Althea's on that album, and the So Is Lost Sailor and Feel Like a Stranger. They didn't do that, but it's like I like a lot of tracks on that album, you know. And
you were in the zone.
I was in the zone. I mean, I was really tearing up after. Like, I was like, dude, I'll never fucking forget you. Like, you know, not like, yeah, it was special as fuck to me. So then, yeah, and then, you know, Keith goes home for night 3, but it just overall great weekend. I mean, I met Menard and Alvin on the streets. Just, you know, San Francisco is fucking great. Really cool shit, really cool. So, and then the next one I think about with Keith is his bachelor party. You know, we go out. You know, just like Red Box 14, last time we were there together, near 10 years. And I forgot about how special Red Rocks is. And then, they played Dionysus there. And then they play it again there. And
with the strings again.
yeah, and I made a reel for his his bachelor party, and I put that song to it, and then they played it last night. We'll touch on that, but that shit just hits for me, it's just And so again, I think these songs and moments, I'll never not think of you for Dionysus.
When I saw Dionysus on night 3, San Francisco, I was pissed.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
Left. But yeah, we went to Red Rocks. Popped a lot of people's cherries for Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Pretty lights.
Yep.
My brother.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
His brother is there, and I remember seeing this kid, shy little kid, shooting hoops in his driveway when I'm picking him up and shit, and to think that this kid's all grown up and coming to the show, and then I think 10 years ago, a decade, how much has my life changed since then? And then when we were his age at that time, and then he was 13.
Now here we are.
It's crazy,
Yeah. My brother loved the show. First one was at Red Rocks.
He said he'd never been to a concert
Pretty
before.
lights.
He'd never been to a concert before.
I mean, my first concert was 2010, Dead Mouse. I was 18.
I don't think you've never been to a concert.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. But that's one way to start it. Set the bar high.
I think he said he's seen a band play at a street fest, but not an actual take it to a show. Yeah. Man, and I think about my first. I went to fucking Warped Tour when I was fucking 11.
You got started early.
Yeah, wild. So, so I just want to go beyond that. Well, and obviously last night, I'm going to think of that guy, but that's a whole separate thing. But so I just want Keith to talk about his memorable PL shows that he was at, because I think this guy has seen some epic shit where when I was talking about the, when I first got into stuff after we went to those, my first 2 shows before the new year and before I went to Red Rock or E-Force in 13, I stick around for New Year's at home. This guy goes to fucking New York and sees Pretty Lights at the Roseland Ballroom, dude.
You thank Counterpoint for that.
Yeah. But dude,
couldn't miss it.
I can't. I just looked at the set list the other night and I was they played forever. Normally when I screenshot a set list, it's maybe 1.5 screenshots. This was 4. I can't.
Honestly, at least 4 hours each night. I think even between 5 and 6 on New Year's Eve.
That's
it just
crazy.
kept going and going and going. It was insane.
That's wild. I think
that's where Days Gone was debuted.
Yeah, because the recap was was Days Gone. So
yeah, those shows were incredible. I remember at one time, I was like, "Is this almost over?" I don't even know if we're halfway there.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's amazing. So,
you know how Derek's always like, we're just getting started. We're just warming it up. It's it's 2:00 in the morning. What do you mean you're just warming it up?
Man. Yeah. See, some of these, I was talking about Max, he got to see that Bonnaroo, when he played 4 hours. You saw that. Now we'll move on to Jam Cruise. So I had gone to fucking see a dream.
Let's back up.
Oh, yeah.
Night 2, New Year's Eve. Carolina leaves her wallet in a taxi.
Oh, shit.
No ID.
Times Square. How many yellow cabs in New York City running around?
Yeah, we're I don't know how we're getting in.
Dude.
We're not sure how we're getting in. Thankfully, we both had wristbands on from the night before. So we were talking to security. They're we understand, but sorry, we can't help you. You need an ID to get in here. Whatever. So we keep talking, and we're like, come on, we were here last night. Here's my ID. Here's my wristband. Here's her wristband. I can show you my ticket from last night. We have tickets for tonight. You have to let us in. We're not missing the show tonight.
Yeah.
Finally, let us in. And then we get back home, and someone mailed her.
God, thank God.
Yeah,
and crazy to think.
I didn't know where that night was going to go.
Dude,
I was so upset.
I was just talking to Max about, we went to see Mac Miller in Kalamazoo, and he left his keys in the back of a city cab, and pre Uber times, right? You couldn't. Hey, I lost something in the car. Do the app and shit.
How are you going to find this taxi?
Yeah, and it's in New York City. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Yeah. So okay, but yeah, moving on. I go to fucking see. I think it was 2014 and 2015. Pretty Lights plays at the Bill Graham. I think Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, whatever, where the pay-per-view event was in San Francisco. And I see him 2 nights, whatever. And then, so I choose to do that. This guy goes to Jam Cruise. And don't get me wrong, that was it was awesome to be in San Fran, but,
Jam Cruise
was
for sure.
epic. Yeah, and so This guy's seen some fucking sick ones. So I just like to think, you know, you get the 3 different sets there. I mean, you know, so you met Derek.
Yeah.
And, you know, so
It
like,
was all different. I mean, like night 1, pool deck, headliner. There's people in the hot tub just watching Pretty Lights. Like,
man,
just
God,
kicking back.
that'd be so
I was like, they're living the life. Like, how did they get this spot? But so like, yeah, night 1 was Derek, Coogan, and Borum.
Yeah.
No drums, no cries, none of that going on. No.
Did you say Jesus came from Lettuce?
Oh yeah, Jesus came and played a few songs on the bass.
See, what the fuck?
This was so that was the first time I actually took a set list down. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna get it. I nailed it.
You did?
Nailed it.
Right on.
I missed like one song. I think it came from Nothing.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, I was not familiar with it.
They played that San Francisco night 1 too.
Yeah. That's the only one I missed. And then the next day, so Pretty Lights played every other day.
Mm-hmm. For 5 days, they played first day 1, day 2,
yeah. And he was doing some like little events, speaking on something up on the pool deck or whatever during the day the next day. And there was a bunch of people there, you know, just trying to, you know, get pictures with him, talk to him, whatnot. Yeah. And eventually, like, I'm getting closer, and then I just keep getting cut off by people left and right. So I'm just backed up. I was like, all right, I'm not going to force my way in there or whatnot. And, like, Derek acknowledged it. Yeah. He looked at me like, I got you. Just wait. So then once he wrapped that up with everyone or whatnot, he walks away and he's like, come on, or whatnot.
Did he say Keith, right?
Yeah, he's like, come on. And then me and Carolina go to follow him or whatnot, and then security or his tour manager or someone's like, no, you ain't coming with us. Yeah. And he's like, no, they're fine, it's fine, whatever. Yeah. So then we're just walking, I don't know where he's going, back to his room or whatnot. We're talking, we stop, take some pictures, me and Carolina and him. Thank him, you know, told him all my experiences, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I have one request for tonight. Can you play Something Strong? That was just like a rare track. It was never getting dropped. I don't think I ever heard it live until then. Now here we are in the theater later that night, or maybe it was the next night. I don't remember which day it was. Yeah. But it happened. And I don't know. It might have been planned already, but the fact that I got to talk to him and I requested that and it was played was insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
it's
then
cool
the
that he
preservation
took the time. He's like, you know.
Oh, yeah. The fact
you
that
noticed that you were being like patient.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
Dope. Yeah, that's such a sick, and like that's what's cool about Jam Cruise is like everyone's there. I mean, you know, like it's super cool, man. And then you got the last night there with the.
But also in the theater, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band came out too, the horns, and it was like right after Something Strong, or maybe at the tail end of it. Yeah. And then played like the next song, maybe a few songs, and it's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Jam Cruise was just awesome in general because I walked into so many sets I had no idea who these people were.
Yeah. Did you see Dr. John?
I think he was there. He didn't do his own set. He was like playing with people. Yeah. There was so many collaborations going on. I think I remember walking into The Word.
The Works?
The Word, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it's Robert Randolph.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That blew my mind. Yeah, that was just a jam.
So the guy playing the lap steel, like he does the fucking like slide like thing.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember the bass player. It was just funky bass lines. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go to Jam Cruise. I would definitely only go if Free License playing. But
then last night, Jam Room he hosted.
Yeah,
2 to 5 a.m. something like that. And it was unique. I mean, there was definitely more artists coming in and out.
And no lights, just everyone standing there.
Yeah, no lights. You're like a room like just as small as like this space
stage,
right here. Just dude, they were just
on the ground.
They
not really production, stage.
No stage.
I
mean, there was a stage.
Yeah, like maybe one step up, but like
but there was like where we're sitting right now is like where I was standing. The band was playing right there.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome.
No lights, no production, just jamming, and they did some cool stuff. It was awesome.
That's fucking wild.
And then that was the end of it. Pulled into Miami and went and slept for a couple of hours. And I missed my first week. I was just starting at Northeastern Illinois University, so I took that week off to go to Jam Cruise.
Wow, not a good way to start the semester.
I come back, I'm in calculus, and they're just going through it. And I'm like, this is a foreign language. Like I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Then I had to hire a tutor, and man, never. Man. Well worth it though.
Yeah,
well worth it.
All right, running it back here again. Yeah, just like crazy to think. Since we were last year together and, how much shit's changed. I mean, like I remember my nephew was born. Like I was in this same building, like Italy, same tower 2. And I remember my sister just had my nephew, my godson. I was like talking to her on the phone and shit. You know, and then now here we are, over 4 years later. A trip through time, man. Yeah,
It always comes back to.
yeah, dude. So here's the deal: the plan was to do the pod yesterday, and then our flights got pushed back and back, and we were at the airport for like, I don't know, we got delayed like 3 hours. I was worried, like we were getting to the point when I'm like, we're gonna miss shit, like. So
we're sitting on the plane, and you're like, should we get off and rent a car?
I don't know. I was scared, but you know, whatever. We got here. But we get here and we wanted more time. We didn't have enough time. Like, all right, we'll run it up tomorrow. But so we had some predictions. We were thinking total miss. I mean, you know, I don't know why I was thinking like they were going to open up with the horns like right away. And I'm thinking Color My Soul opener, you know, and then you're thinking So Bright. Yeah, we're thinking Color My Soul. We're thinking of the Pretty Lights of Old. We're stupid, dude.
We're so focused on the horns. We're so excited that they're coming back. And...
Okay, yeah. So we get there, all right? First off, just definitely, okay, like a lot less people than I thought were there. There's a lot of room there, which was like, it's cool. I mean, I'm glad, like, it's nice when it's not, like, Tahoe wasn't filled and stuff, but, like, you could just, it was crazy just, like, be able to see. Like, there was a lot of, like, empty seats and whatnot, but it was just, like, and again, it's cool because we had
having the room.
No, I love having the room. It was just, like, I was just kind of thrown off at first because, like, dude, we go to the bathroom and I feel like I'm at the movie theater. Like, there's nobody in the bathroom and, like, it's quiet. You can hear a pin drop in there. And then, like, I just feel like, and we had a great spot for the first set. We were, like, we didn't get floor, but we were, like, right on the front row on, like, if you're looking at the stage on the right side. I see Derek's dad pass by, and then we see Scott Flynn and Benny Bloom walk right past us, so we're thinking that's in, like, 2-3 songs in. I'm like, oh, they're about to go up on stage. They don't until the next set, but whatever. So, like, the set ends and we go and we're like, dude, like, what is... Again, I'm, like, not, like, hating her today. It was just, like, weird. I'm used to
our section was, like, empty. It was
like
you and a few people.
Yeah. So I just...
Totally different experience.
Yeah, it was just different. Now I felt like, I'm like, where's the energy at? Like, and I'm like, I'm used to going to the bathroom and, like, the gibbering and jabbering in the fucking bathrooms. And it was just like, dude, it was just me and him in there. I'm like, what's going on? So we meet up with some friends. Mike and Angelica, you know, they're back from Chicago and shit. And then, so they meet up with us up top and then they're like, all right, let's go down to the floor. Like, they get us down there and we get in there and just the energy, that was like kind of the energy I was looking for. And again, like, the view was awesome up there, but I feel like we were just in the mix and dude, like something went over me. I was one with the music last night. You
never seen it getting down like that.
I've never danced like that in my life, dude. I was fucking like just feeling it. I don't know. It was crazy.
It's like a total 180. I mean, going from there, like an empty section where we're not having that energy and the vibes going on. Music's great. Show was great. Nothing wrong with any of that.
Yeah, nothing wrong. It's just
like something was missing.
Yeah.
And then we got down to the floor and it was like, this is what we're looking for.
And again, it was just like, there wasn't like people all around me. And again, not like I want to be like crowded in. I just felt like,
we're missing something.
Yeah, and also I could see people across me on the floor, but like where I'm at, I just feel like separated from it. So when we get down there, it was the horns come out and pull up that set. So
got it right here.
All right, so real quick when we're up top. So all right, we got this little fucking intro thing, and then so Jimmy Lewis, I Can't Leave You Alone, but so then we go Trip Through Time. Oh, so I guess that's technically not. We thought that was an intro. So I mean, in my opinion, I thought it was Trip Through Time. Intro. Yeah, whatever. So then you Solar Sailor, Time Has Come, and then I'm like, okay, we're outer spacey tonight, And then Time Has Come, the Hot Rocks, Time to Build a Home, King's Affirmation. I mean, great shit.
I haven't seen Solar Sailor live too many times. That was awesome.
No, it was. They did it at Red Rocks 14.
The King's Affirmation.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then the Arc of Time. I thought it was Arc of Life, but yeah, I guess Arc of Time, whatever. So then they end, but I'm like, also that, I'm like, I feel like that was a quick set. I feel like it was like an hour.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Hour 10, hour.
Yeah, so
it was quick.
Yeah, and then so we get down there, and then the sun spreads in our minds, dude. And I mean, I love that shit. It was just like, they were like, the sun spreads in our mind. Like, it was just real slow and shit. And then the horns were hitting there, and then Dionysus, dude. And then, again, thinking about this guy, we were fucking vibing. I mean... Yeah, and Omega Children, and then Color My Soul, You know, the wow, 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 dude, that was just nostalgic, dude. I mean, for me, the horn, it just felt there was so much like throwback shit with this.
Love You Left Behind.
Anytime, well, yeah, Love You Left Behind, obviously a party jam, fucking just murdered. That shit gets the place rocking, dude. And yeah, Out of Time, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I feel like the fucking theme was time, dude. Trip Through Time. They did going back up to the set one. So you got Trip Through Time, Time Has Come, Time to Build a Home, and Arc of Time. Yeah, dude. Anytime, any place, Out of Time, dude. Yeah,
100%.
Holy fuck. Then I Can See in Your Face, and just with the horns with that are always gonna hit. If it was fucking money, and then they go to that dude, that shit. They right at Redbox. I think they did these same things like right back to back when Don Lally was out there. But that fucking Get a Move On, so far. And then the Hot Like Sauce, they did that Sponges remix shit, dude. That they did at ACL. Murder. Yeah, and All of the Lights. Okay, I ain't heard this in a while. This one hit home. I mean,
I forgot about it.
And I forgot how good that thing's a masterpiece, dude. I was like, dude, I was just fucking on some shit. I was like, this is like go win the Super Bowl type shit right here. Yo, if you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life, dude. Fucking fast cars, shooting stars, all of that. Like, yo, God, that was awesome. Fucking. That brought me back to just like being young and like when. I feel like when I turned 21, it was special, dude. And I really fucking I forgot about how good that song. And that was a bust out, dude. That was a bust out.
That's when the horns left.
Yeah, so horns left after that, and then you got Road to the Stars, which I mean that Space Jam, so awesome. Fucking fire, dude. Yeah, and
How Can You Lose?
How Can You Lose?
I love that song.
Yeah, and I feel like
Red Rocks.
And I thought, by the way, R.I.P. Phil Lesh. They probably didn't have enough time, but they were like quiet for a little bit, and I was like yelling out some requests, and we were so off. I thought we were gonna get these old analog future shit.
Get some jams.
I mean, so I was yelling Witness Break, Athena, and then I was like, oh wait, do some Phil. Like I was like Estimated Profit, like Phil Lesh, and if anything, probably the track if they were to do something, probably would have been Box of Rain. But so whatever. But then if you think about it. How Can You Lose? The Knocking on Heaven's Door in there, and the Dead would play Heaven's Door a lot. How Can You Lose? I think they're talking about I think that song's talking about losing people and feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. So that I don't know what the new one was. Honestly, it
was good.
Yeah, I mean obviously it was fire, but yeah. And then you got More Important Than Michael Jordan. And I honestly forgot how fucking fire that song. That's classic Pretty Lights.
That's the feeling I get with How Can You Lose stuff too. I feel like that's just the hip hop, just quintessential Pretty Lights sound.
Yeah, but that song. When More Like Morton, they're building them. Yeah, y'all ready for this? Dude, yeah. And I do this shit. My friends would go, yeah, and it's like, y'all ready for this? And then it's just like, yo, I'm ready, dude.
All the renditions they've been doing are more important than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
They've had their similarities. They know what's working, but they're different, and they're all so fresh.
Yo, we get out of there, and we
didn't talk about this last night, but that was what I was going to say was going to be a close.
Okay, yeah. We need to do, let's try and get our, let's make predictions on openers and closers. But, so, yeah, dude, just, leaving there. Again, these are being with Keith, sharing that moment with Mike, Angelica, and Carol. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I love sharing that moment in time, and that's why I love when you kind of have a small crew because I feel so connected with every person I was with. So blown away. I mean, yeah, just one for the books. I mean, just a memorable night. That's definitely going to be on my tops. I mean, Tahoe. It's crazy though. I mean, I feel like some of my. And obviously, Redbox too, but I think just because part of it is that San Francisco 23 was just because it was so fresh and new. And then obviously Redbox was awesome, but I think just because as a whole, fucking just the horns kind of it's still up there for sure. But again,
the strings at Red Rocks.
Yeah, I know. That was
transported.
It's definitely, I know, yeah, you're right. I
remember you. I was like, is that a recording from Red Rocks? You're like, oh, look.
Yeah.
I can't see it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And it's that little 4-piece section in the front.
It's definitely up to, especially this new era of PL like that. I feel like these shows are just even more monumental, and you know, they hold the upper echelon of a lot of this like shit in my mind. But yeah, and then of course Tahoe is crazy, and then this last day is just like
Just keeps raising the bar.
epic. Yeah, and you know, these things hit home, and you know, who like, you know, like I would have even never thought about like thinking about all the lights and like how fucking just
Forgot
that's
about
a
that song.
masterpiece,
Honestly.
dude. Just oh, fucking so good.
Epic night. Shout out to Zach if you're watching this. Thanks for the wristband.
Oh
Great
yeah,
time.
yeah. We met some awesome people, dude. I mean, yeah. Shout out to Zach, and he hands me this trip through time fucking thing, and I'm talking about the pod, and like he'd be a great person on me. This guy has stories up the fucking ass.
His first Pretty Light set, crazy,
dude. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what I've talked to people like my concept with this is just like the podcast. I want to highlight the fans, you know, and I want to highlight the stories, you know, and like. Yeah, of course we're fans of the music, but like I'm also fans of the fans. Like I'm a fan of the fans. Like, you know,
got unique stories.
Exactly.
Too,
you know, I love the passion that everyone shares for this shit, and just like meeting people along the way and just chopping it up about this. You know, this is still so fresh to me, and like, you know, I really want to like dive into like the current experience and like the real time reactions, and then like, you know, meeting people along the way and then pulling them on. And you know, I mean, Cody, who was just on our last episode, he was here. We met up last night, and you know, it's meeting him. He was on the pod. Now we're friends. It's an awesome way to connect, and I'm just super excited. And the more I do this and talk about it, the more comfortable I'm getting. So, yeah. So let's go into tonight. Theme for night 2. You know, we got the 96 raves. Honestly, I don't know too much to expect in terms of like, you know, I mean, I had my thoughts for the horns. Obviously, I was way off on a lot of that, other than Color My Soul getting played. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Tempo set tonight
for sure, but yeah, I mean,
spacey, dark.
I feel like they still may play songs, but then put the twist on it. So I don't know. I don't even know what to think. What they might open up with. I mean,
we talked about it yesterday. You asked me what I wanted to hear. Fly
Yeah,
Like
what do
an
you
Eagle, and you made a good point that.
Okay. So yeah, this is a thought. Did we talk about this yesterday?
Just
yeah.
quickly.
So yeah, like, you know, okay, here's the thing. I'm wearing a Space Jam shirt tonight, right? And I think 90s music, like, I was a kid back then, so I don't really know much of like these early rave stuff. So like the only thing I could think of, and I'll go into my request, is like I just think about Space Jam. And I think about the fucking soundtrack. I legit requested songs off of the Space Jam soundtrack. I mean, I remember having a soundtrack as a kid and fucking getting down. So it was Fly Like an Eagle, but Seal. So not Steve Miller Band. But I think it would be sick if they went from Steve Miller Band and that. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect in terms of what, like.
Me either.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with like 90s rave music, obviously.
Yeah. I don't even know what they would open up with, dude. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm absolutely lost.
Something unexpected.
I'm lost. I mean, you could just fucking pick a card out of a deck. I don't even fucking know, you know. But here, let's marinate that. Let me go to my.
You need to get a Some Days Every Day.
Yeah, I just don't know the theme. I don't know where we're gonna be with that. So, I mean, yeah, I really.
Just think the opposite, because we were way off.
I know it's funny to look back like we're idiots, but you know that's why it's funny to just keep doing. All right, so here are my requests. All right, so
how many? I saw a post that they're limited to 1 now or something.
1?
Yeah,
per person,
something like that. They just slimmed it down because it was so overwhelming.
All right. Well, from what I heard, it was only 5 non-PL tracks, and then PL tracks are unlimited. So okay, well
maybe it went from 5 to 1.
Okay. This is night 2. Okay, I got Space Jam, Quad City DJs. Like I said, you know, hey, yo, what you gonna do? Okay, and then this one, I don't know. I just think of me as a kid. Eiffel 65, blue, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's stupid, but like I don't know, whatever.
At least you're coming up with something.
Yeah, and then okay, so here we go. Pump up the jam. You know, the Tektronix. Oh. Get Judy on, but now make my day. Yeah, and then here we go. Pretty Lights request, Piano Man. I think that fits the vibe. You know, that makes me think of that stuff. And then Better Than I've Ever Been. That's all I got. I mean, I'm
the way they've been playing Up and Down I Go, and you know.
Yeah, I bet we get that.
It's expected, or is that too obvious?
I mean, we gotta get that. I bet that. But that's not going to be an opener or a closer. That's going to be mid-set shit. Yeah, okay. That's probably... Okay, I would say they're going to end the first set with Up and Down I Go. What are they going to open up with, though? I don't know, dude. I can't even say it. I mean, dude, you got me.
Just throw a random song out there. Double Love.
Maybe Electro Cali. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. I can't even tell you. I'm lost. I'm lost.
I think we'll get some Forever Lost tonight.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Our high school art class.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go high school art class open.
Sticking with Double Love.
All right, that's good. And then what do you think with close? I'm thinking finally moving. I think they haven't played in a minute.
Yeah. Big venue.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
That's something they bust out.
Yeah, they've been. I mean, what's nice is they haven't been playing it, which I'm okay with. But Redbox was the last time, so
That was awesome with the strings.
yeah.
My brother was loving it.
Yeah, I know. He was like, I can't believe they played it. We're like, yeah. Oh man,
It's funny when that,
so
that set started too. It was like he doesn't know much Pretty Lights all. He knows a handful of songs.
Yeah.
They opened up with Yellowbird into We Must Go On, and he knows both of those, and his mind was blown.
Yeah. Possible album drop this weekend. I wonder if anyone's gonna get the thing. Throwing back to Jam Cruise, you were there when they got the disc drive.
Yeah, someone got a hard drive.
So I mean, we'll see. I'm just looking at the rest of the tour. All right, especially Chicago. That hurts. I'm not gonna make it. But you know what? I am excited. I want to do a crazy. I want to do some shit at home and doing live reactions at home watching. I think it'll be cool to kind of set it up and do some cool shit with that. But I'm pumped for everybody back home. I wish I could do it. If I didn't go home for Christmas and I went home to go see Pretty Lights, I think my family and not only my in-laws would be like, "What the hell's wrong with you, dude?"
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no getting around that.
I mean, we love streaming it anyways.
I do love streaming.
Sometimes we pick up on more of the stream.
I feel like you do. Yeah. So
different perspective.
I'm pumped for it for sure.
Definitely.
So here's the deal, guys. If you're going to Chicago, all right, I'm telling you right now, if you're flying in and out of O'Hare, go to Paradise Pub. It's in Des Plaines, River Road in Oakton. It's really close to O'Hare. One of the best fucking Chicago joints you're ever going to, forget Portillo's, okay? Portillo's is the in and out of Chicago. Yeah, sure, it's all right. You want to go wait in a long line, and there's a million of them everywhere. You could get, better, better Chicago food that are, not chains and just.
It's the hyped up.
It's a hype, yeah. So here's the deal.
This is a hole in the wall.
A hole in the wall. This place has been around since the 80s.
40 by 40 building.
In the winter, they're only open 6 days a week from 11 to 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a line out the door in the winter. People are waiting. This place has been on diners, drive-ins, and dives. This is just fucking, they've had the same crew working there forever. I mean, they used to be cash only forever. You got to go there and get the fucking, the Merck's,
charred cheddar burger.
The charred cheddar burger. And they put, if you know what Merck's cheddar is, it's like this spreadable cheese. They put it on there. It's fucking so bomb. And then they do these 3-layer fries. It's like crinkle cut fries with fucking bacon, the Merck's cheese, sour cream, and chives.
Game
Fucking
changer.
money. And then everyone
Italian beef's great too.
Italian beef. Okay, here's the deal. Everybody, deep dish pizza, deep dish pizza. That's like a tourist thing. That's totally separate. Like 95% of the pizza in Chicago is not deep dish. Like it's all separate thing. You want to get tavern style pizza, and if you're getting honestly, if you can go to Rosati's and but you want to get Italian beef and giardiniera and fucking onions and garlic on a pizza, and that is lights out.
Side of au jus.
Side of the fucking juice, game changer. But yeah, and then get the Italian beefs. You got to get Italian beefs. That's our cheesesteaks. So
if you want Italian beef,
Yeah.
Johnny's beef.
Yeah, Johnny's beef, but Johnny's beef's bomb too. But yeah, I mean,
This puff's really good too.
look, I mean, here I'll tell you right now, deep dish is okay, but I only have my one place I get it from, Lou Malnati's. But that's like a one.
It's different for us.
Sure.
People coming in, they want to experience Chicago, they want to taste that or whatnot.
Yeah, but it's
It's not your everyday pizza by any means.
But that's not what the people in Chicago are getting. That's and everyone judges. I'll tell you.
Special occasions.
I'll tell you right now. You put a gun to my head. I'm not eating deep dish as my last pizza.
I prefer loose thin crust.
Yeah, loose thin crust is bomb. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's good. It's just like you say back home, we go you want to get pizza or do you want to get deep dish? It's not Yeah. And I understand why people say if they may not like it. Yes, it's different. Also, if you really want Pequods, but that's also pan style, but Pequods is caramelized crust. That's really good. But again, it's a lot of bread. But if you eat it fresh, it's fucking very good. But yeah. So again, but if you can, I'm telling you, Paradise Pub. But again, remember it's only Monday through Saturday from 11 to 5 p.m. If you can do it, telling you, you will not be disappointed. It's been on the Food Network. It's fucking amazing. So
It's been consistent forever.
Forever.
It's at a good price point.
oh yeah,
Fair.
yeah, it's legit. I will say, if you're with a friend, split a burger, split the fries, split a beef. Can't go wrong.
Might need a nap after that.
For sure. And then on top of it, if you want something also nearby, if you want a Chicago hot dog, it's not, they don't load it up like the full thing, but Rand's Red Hots, they're char dogs, double char, sport peppers, onions, relish, mustard. Can't go wrong.
Don't fall for gin and juice.
Gin and juice sucks.
Rubber.
Sucks. Gonna be awesome. Excited for everybody going there. So, yeah, all right, let's, kind of like wrapping this up. Overall excitement for this weekend. I mean, it's gonna be, it's fucking,
It's already been
yeah,
at the top.
it's been great. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine what tonight's gonna be like. But yeah, we're leaving early tomorrow. It's
For
it's
the better.
quick in, quick out. We got a nice day planned. We're gonna go meet up with our friends and have a good fucking time. But I'm glad we got this all done. And I mean, honestly, it kind of worked out. I'm kind of glad we did it in between the days. Yeah. I think it's for the better.
I mean, you know better than me. I didn't think it was gonna work.
No, I think the
Like
vibes. I think this was nice.
Continuity.
Yeah, I think. Ideally, sure. Leading up into it, do it the day before, get out of the way. But I think that the crossover here is gonna be cool. Yeah, overall.
Looking back on yesterday, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
crazy.
We were sitting there in the venue too. We're like,
Yeah.
we were totally missed.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
So, again, just I love seeing PL. I love the energy and I love people's passion for this shit. So moving up, just looking at the rest of the tour, we got Minnesota, St. Augustine, and then Boston. I think those are the last three, and then we got the Chicago run. So and that'll put a bow on 2024. And we're getting at the point of nearly a year and a half since Pretty Lights is back, and just the progression keeps getting fucking better, dude. And mad respect to the team. I mean, it's they keep us on our toes, man. It's fucking incredible. So really excited for tonight, and again, love you, dude. Thanks for being on here.
Yeah.
First of
Having
many.
me,
First of many. We'll be back again, and just so pumped, and pumped to keep doing this shit. Pumped to keep connecting with people, and excited to keep diving into this shit. So yeah, that'll do it. This has been another episode of Trip Through Time. It's been quite the fucking conversational journey. Thanks for taking this trip with me. Until next time, I'm Benny Badu. This has been my homie Keith, and it's been a pleasure, and can't wait for the next one.
To another memory tonight.
Yes, sir. As time goes by, these memories never die. All right. Trip Through Time. Adios. Peace.
We roll upon a ship that flies and flies and flies.